Hey guys, how's everyone doing? This is Nick from ForexForNoobs.com with the daily analysis. Today is Thursday, the 24th of June, 2021. Time is 10:55 a.m. here in the UK. You're looking at a EuroCAD daily chart. In today's analysis, we're going to be looking for price action setups across all the pairs listed to the right here, and we're also going to be looking at setups that have triggered, of which I believe, well, for me personally, there's only one. I know some people have entered GBP AUD, so we'll talk about that one too. So first things first, the setup I've entered, EuroCAD long. Talked about this one yesterday. It's not going well, but it's not going bad either. It's just kind of going, moving sideways at the support area. So yeah, we're just looking for this one to push up from here. It's basically a range long. If it doesn't push up by tomorrow, I'll probably, yeah, most likely I'll close this one out. I won't hold this one over the weekend. I might change my mind on this, but that is the plan right now. I will update on Discord if I do decide to hold over the weekend. Right, so let's look at a few other setups. We've got AUD USD. Now I know some people were wanting to jump in on this one yesterday on Discord. A lot of people they jump into trades too quick. It's kind of a symptom of being a new trader. You just fear of missing out. You just jump into a trade way too quick. We didn't really know yesterday if this was truly stalling out at resistance, and honestly, we don't even know today. This could easily just shoot up right now and make some new highs like this. Uh, I'm not ready to enter this one. I'm going to wait and see how today closes. Honestly, I probably won't enter this one until Monday. Patience is usually a trader's best friend, so just be patient. Wait for this one. Let's see how it plays out. AUD CAD, nothing much going on here. Still going to keep an eye for price to drop into support, but right now there's nothing much. GBP AUD, some of you have entered this one already. I'm somewhat tempted to enter, but I wanted it to do like a nice little break below my entry and then pull back, which it has done so far. But I was waiting for a bigger pullback and it didn't quite pull back enough. I'm somewhat regretting not entering when I could have, because I could have had an entry up here at the 184536, but I was being a bit ambitious with my entry. I wanted to get a higher entry that way. I had a better risk to reward ratio. Uh, yeah, I'm just still going to wait on this one. Wait for a nice entry. If I miss it, I miss it. But yeah, wait. Honestly, if it pushes back up to the 184, let's just call it the 185. If it pushes back up to the 1.845 rather. The 1.845, I'll be looking for an entry there. So that is my entry. That would be my stop loss, and this would be my target, around about 2.84R. That's what I'm looking for on this trade. I will probably just set an entry after I'm done with the webinar. Right, next is Euro JPY. Now, this one I'm a bit more excited about. Also, New Zealand JPY. Both of these are very similar. With Euro JPY, I just want to see some indecision form around here. Now, where I have my resistance area placed, it's not really a perfect placement for the resistance area. It is stalling out around here, so that's what I'm looking for. New Zealand JPY, the same, it's stalling out around here. That's what I'm looking for. When I say it's not a perfect placement of the resistance area, what I mean by that is there's no real perfect placement of support resistance areas. They're areas. You know, they're never perfect, never spot on. They're areas. It's a general area where you're going to meet resistance. So just because it's not exactly on top of it, it doesn't necessarily make it a bad trade. Although the higher into the resistance it gets, usually the better it is for risk to reward ratio. And the lower into the support it gets when you're dealing with long trades, the better it is for risk to reward ratio. So Euro JPY, New Zealand JPY, I'm excited for these. New Zealand JPY has moved pretty high into the resistance area, so this one overall is a better setup. Euro JPY, it could move a little higher and give us a better setup. Now, most of these reversals, we're looking essentially at Monday to trade them. might be, you might be able to open them on Friday, but generally speaking, it's better to just wait until Monday. Let's look for some new setups if there's anything that's changed since yesterday on the other charts. Euro USD, I'll add this to the list. If it pushes back up into this resistance area, I'll be looking for a short. Right, GBP New Zealand, it's in a bullish trend, so price is stalling out on support. Potential for a long continuation trade on this one. New Zealand CHF, a lot of potential actually. Yeah, depending on how indecision forms. Now, this is just this doesn't really mean anything. I was just trying to visualize if we could potentially get a good risk to reward ratio. Depending on how indecision forms, we might get a setup here on New Zealand CHF. This one almost certainly next week, because we'd need indecision to form, which would be tomorrow's candle. So at the earliest, it'd be Monday. All right, that is it for today's analysis, guys. There's a lot happening, a lot of interesting stuff. Let's do a quick summary. AUD CAD just waiting for price to drop into support for a potential long trade. AUD USD price is stalling out on resistance, so this one could be entered essentially this evening after today's daily candle close, or you could wait until Monday. I'm just going to see how it pans out. I'll keep you guys updated via Discord if I enter. Euro JPY. We're just waiting for price to push up to resistance and close on resistance. You could enter now based on where it's closing, but it's going to be a more... The risk to reward ratio won't be as good, essentially. It's better to have it closer to resistance, but I am pretty excited for this one. I wouldn't be surprised if it pushes up. Euro USD, just waiting for price to push up to resistance, stall out on resistance. GBP AUD... this one, I am going to set an entry order right after I'm done here at the 1.8450. GBP New Zealand price is dropping into support. Indecision is forming. Could enter this one as early as this evening when today's candle closes. Because price is stalling out on support, it is part of an overall bullish trend. The trend extends all the way back to here, though. So we'd just be going long in the direction of the trend from the support area. New Zealand CHF, price pushing up against resistance. So potential for a short here. This is in a kind of a, not a very strong bearish trend, but it is, you know, kind of a bearish trend. So it'd be in line with the bearish trend, a short from this resistance area. And New Zealand JPY finally, we have what I would prefer to see on Euro JPY. We have a New Zealand JPY indecision forming on resistance, looking good for a short trade there. So yeah, that's it for today's analysis, guys. Thank you very much for attending, and I'll see you for next week's analysis, which is going to be on Tuesday. Thanks and bye.